feeling lucky. How about most streets? Us two in these streets. Diamonds on my feet. Caught up in these talks. Circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone COINEX. So I can't stop, I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said my truth. Turn around, eat your greens. When you fight, but you do be clean. Then you come to the bed and you love feel dirty. Everybody sweater drops, you're real keen. Bring let me get your juiciest piece. Can't remember when I had to say please. The shops of the club never had no boundary. How's it gonna be? Wanna eat these centipedes? Where we gonna go? You're gonna need these calories. Giving me a treat to refill these batteries. Then you only them on your knees. There's no weather dream. Ooh, it's sneaking up on you. There's nothing you can do. There's things about the boo. Sneaking up on you, there's nothing you can do. There's things about the boom. I lose control when you do it like that. Ain't got you love when I go mad. Got you at the perfect time. I was like you know what you want to do, but I can never be. Someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while.
Sean, you're fired. Dang.
Us two in these streets, diamonds on my feet, caught up in these talks, circling my head top. Should've been more cautious. Now I got what I wanted. Many I've been here before. Made it out of 11 more. Like my phone COINEX. So I can't stop, I want it all. Listen up, I'm calling you. I need you to tell the truth. Remember when you wanted to. Remember that I said my truth.
Check, check.
eat your greens. When you fight, but you do be clean. Then you come to the bed and you love feel dirty.
Here we go.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, thank you very much.
Man, that's a lot going on behind me. Let that stuff clear out. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with Road Dogg. We're looking at Bitcoin here. We got it in the channel. We got a possible breakout of that. We kind of zoom in here on the 4 hour. Let's go down a little bit lower here. Seems to be respecting this trend line very well here. I kind of like that idea. Are we going to bounce here? I hope we bounce here. I'd really like to bounce here. That would be awesome. Let me just do a little quick pull here to see what our chances might be. Well, let's see if the trend line can hold. Otherwise, I wouldn't doubt that we come back to 70,600. That would break back into below this trend line, and that wouldn't be the greatest thing I want to see. Could come back down 68.7, but right now, we're not in the ballpark for that right now. Here on the 1 minute, the 15-minute time frame, we seem to be, let's tighten it up, tighten it up. I haven't seemed to have broken one of our major trend lines there. We're still good at the moment. We've got a downward trend here, so we'll keep an eye on that, see if there's a breakout from the upside there. It looks like we're trying to make a little downward channel at the moment. Let's keep our eyes on that and see where we can bounce out of, if at all possible, or if we're coming down. Bitcoin has made a little toppy top is 73,000. Let's zoom out here on the daily and see how good that we've done overall. I can't see nothing. I got too many lines drawn on my chart. That was pretty good. We were looking at just coming over this guy right here, about 70,300. And we talked about the possibility, man, if we're on the way, we might as well just go ahead and knock out these other guys, right? At 72,200. We went all the way up here, retested our all-time high area. The only thing is we haven't broken it. So with that in mind, you know, we got to be cautious because we're in double top territory, right? I mean, it could easily be some kind of double top scenario at that point. So we want to keep our eye on that idea. Doesn't mean that that's what it is. So we'll draw a line right there, let us know where that little top is, where we got to get above. And that's about 73,007, and we haven't quite made it up there for that higher high yet. That's what we're hoping for. That would be awesome. Well, since we're here, we might as well knock it out, right? We were following this, looking for 3 humps and a dump, and we're starting to deviate from this little channel idea. Apart from the channel, let me get rid of this and see if this clears up things. We're also looking at inverted head and shoulders patterns. Got a measure move taking us up to 78,000 if it makes it up there. There is some resistance along this line, but we're trying to get past it. Let's go ahead and remove that one, and let's just take it level by level at the moment. Right now, this white line this white line and this red line are both top areas to consider. Looking to where we will get strong pullbacks. There should be a lot of resistance and a lot of sell pressure at these areas. This is a 1.13 fib that we pulled from this bigger move that we broke out of. That was this guy that's been governing this whole move right here. That gives us our next higher high target, which that's what we're fighting with right now, is this area at 72,800-ish. My 1.27 pull for that move is 75,658. That's what I'm really interested in right there. If we're going to make a higher high than what we had over here, that should be it. Interesting that the 1.13 of this move from this high to low was equivalent with this area that we had right over here, wasn't it? All right, so it may be the wine talking tonight. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. So I'm seeing Bitcoin. Great that we got a breakout. It didn't seem like it was ever going to come, that we'd ever get higher than where we were before. But now we're starting to see the wings of change as we start to make our higher highs and higher lows, changing this trend that we're in, getting our breakouts. Things are getting exciting for not just for Bitcoin, but also hopefully for altcoins. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance real quick. See that she is still going up. She has just quickly moved up to the 60% area. 60% of all the money into crypto is in Bitcoin right now. Now, I predict that that is going to continue, and I predict that that can we'll probably find a little hiccup here, but I think that we can move on past this and possibly come up to these higher areas, about 66%, maybe even up to 73%. And in my personal opinion, our best altcoins seasons that we've had in the last couple of cycles outside of 2017 have been when we got rejected here at the 73% Bitcoin dominance level. We attained it back here in September or October, it was September 2019, and then once again January 2021. And once we got rejected there, it was officially altcoin freaking season. Altcoins outperforming Bitcoin rather than Bitcoin outperforming altcoins as it has been doing since November 2022. Bitcoin has been outperforming altcoins outside of a few outliers, but still in the long run, have they kept up as much? Got to ask yourself that. Overall, in general, Bitcoin has been stealing the show, and at one point it will not, and altcoins will steal the show, and the number go up, Lamborghini colors get picked, and everybody's just geniuses. Let's give a shout out to everybody hanging out here. Let me pull this down and say hello to everybody. Oh no, don't give the code away. We got Strega. How's it going, Strega? Barnum. How's it going, Barnum? Tommy Two Liters. What's up, Tommy? Tommy asks, what's my view on Shiba Inu? We can take a look at the chart. My view overall is that it's just a meme coin. At least they are trying to do some stuff over there. Kind of develop out some kind of format. I think DEXs, I haven't kept up with it. I do have a little bag of it that I've had for a while because I'm just waiting for the big run. She's my little moon bag just sitting there free and clear, just waiting to see what happens. Jackson says, I don't think Bitcoin's going to fall from here. What do you think? Well, you can't get too confident because the market makers will play you for a fool any chance that they get. So it's best to be cautiously optimistic until we clear that that high that we had there for Bitcoin that we looked at. Because we came right up to it, and I mean just right up to it, and then get past it. So right now, that's a sign of weakness. We got to take that as a sign. Even though we had a sign of strength to get up there, that's a sign of weakness. So it's not over. We can retest and then keep on going. And we probably will, but it's just, we got to keep that in mind that it wasn't this chart, was it? This area that we had over here, 74,000 over here? 73,800? That top that we got in March, that high that we got there, we need to at least go up just a smidgen above it, if nothing else. And it looks like we're just kind of gaining our strength and try to do it. And we also had a few other things to look at here that can give us some higher targets. 75 was actually my next one that I had there. I think it's this chart. Yeah, 75.7 is where I'm looking for next. We're on the right one. Yeah, here we go. This is the one. 75.6 on this one. This is what Binance chart. Good Brown Gravy says, only sad wallet today is Germany, for where they sold a while back when Bitcoin was cheap. Yeah, but I guess the rules made them do it. Ryzen says, can you look at Casper? We'll take a look at that. How's it going, my man? Crypto Rhino, what's up? Says, told you I'll come by today and say hi. How's it going, my man? Good to see ya. I am doing good, brother. I am blessed. How are you? Hope you're blessed too. No double top. He says, this is going to 100K, and let's hope so. I don't think it's going to double top, but it's just something we gotta throw that idea out there. It could, in theory, do it. But nah, it's other indicators here like I'm ready to rock and roll now. The weekly MACD is saying, yeah, baby, it's time. It's time. Time for Bitcoin to shine right there. Crypto Rondo says, always bullish. Won't Bitcoin go parabolic after 74K? After, oh, yeah, I expect it. If it breaks out of here, it should be a really, really nice move. And I mean, you can see it here on the weekly. There's a subtle curve in there. You can still see it. We're still, it's just taking a lot longer to play out, but here on the weekly, I mean, it respects, I didn't draw it as gray down here, but it respects that going on right here. So yeah, I don't doubt that. Well, my next target, people said, no, man, that's too easy. That's too easy. And for this move over here, swing low to swing high, tell me where I need to buy. If I'm just looking at this for some points of resistance, 84,000 looks pretty juicy. 76 and 84, and we can look for this whole move here quite sensibly up here to 102,000 is what it says is within range. So it's looking good, and 100,000 is not, I mean, we should hit that fairly easy this cycle at some point, and we're well into the cycle right now. It's time to boogie now. We're 6 months after the halving. We're kind of like at this phase of the market right now. That's what we're headed into, is this, and we just gotta wait till it confirms. Now, we might have started, this part was probably, you know, comparable to what we saw here, and then this hiccup that we've had for the last 6 months or whatever, 4 or 5 months, probably more comparable to what we had here with F2 pool and all that stuff going on in 21. But maybe I'm ahead of myself. But look, there's another little leg that we can get just from here. But wouldn't it be awesome if we're really just right here, or somewhere right here at this little area where Bitcoin was 19,000, still at the place of its last all-time highs? I mean, in theory, we can look at it from this way too, and then from here. And this is this is December 2020. This is 4 years ago to the dates what we're looking at here in November and December, right through here. And then boom. And this is when BitBoy made his $1 million, is on this rise here with Market Cipher and all that. The self-proclaimed genius there and everything, but you can see that it was, at the time, it was very impressive, and he milked that. Well, I know what I'm doing. But we can see repeatable results are kind of hard to come by when there's not a solid strategy behind it there. But he did, honestly did. They turned like 100,000 into $1 million. Did good. Used 30x leverage, which seemed crazy high at the time, but now in retrospect, now it seems like, man, that's kind of the norm. What most people use. A lot of people use a lot higher. It gets crazy out there in leveraged land. But credit where credit is due. Bitcoin did make his $1 million there. All right, let's take a look at some of these coins. Let's take a look at Shiba. I think we'll take a look at over on Coinbase here. How are you looking, Shiba? Is that right? And the dollar is 0.000019 right now. Oh, Shiba. She was at 0.000899. We're on the weekly chart. Take out some of the noise from this. So she's still in our little discount area. Now, I don't know if she's going to make a higher high this cycle than what she did last cycle. I'd say you will probably be disappointed in a lot of the coins that won't do it. That's just kind of how it goes. But this guy right here, 0.0000249. Anything below that would be considered pretty juicy, in my personal opinion here. And right now for this pull that we had where we wicked up in March, our all-time high this year or this cycle that we've had so far, saying that we're now breaking out of that discount zone. So the next target would still be out right here. I still get that same one. A few other little higher targets I would start looking at would be 0.000322 for Shiba. And breaking out of this zone and getting up to those areas be a nice 68%, 70% increase. 100% if we get up to 0.000381 at the 786 Fibonacci right there, and that's quite entirely possible to come up at least get 80% of that all-time of that high that we had earlier this year. If not, continue on up to make a higher high over here, where my previous fib level comes up with my little magical fib level here, giving me some confidence that, hey man, this is a pretty sweet spot right here, about 0.000553 in that area for a longer term target. I like that. Casper, how's Casper doing? Don't know if I like this new mic stand or not. Let's see, Bybet's got Casper here on spot. Oh, snap. What happened to you? Let's do a little triage here. Are we hooked in? Sean, I'm being blinded by a white light here. Do something about it. Thank you. All right, so Casper Network. Let's take a look at the fundamentals on this one, or how they're rated over here on Tokenmetrics. We'll go at least that far, right? Sean, I'm being blinded over here by a snow. Thank you. It's hard to get good amp some days. So. Love you, Sean. Keep him motivated, right? So investor summary right here, we're in neutral territory, closing in on a buy. Fundamental grade is 72%, valuation grade is right. 55%, pretty much in the middle. So, okay, not leaning toward being overvalued or undervalued. This would be overvalued over here where, hey man, maybe kind of played out. She's kind of saturated right now at the moment for right now. Whereas over here, she's like, hey man, I need some more. I can't get enough of this. It's like really underpriced. Cheap. So when she's sitting at a market cap of $93 million, so that's good. That can do some X's. It can, and has before in the past. Circulating supply is 12 billion. There's part of your problem right there, having too damn many coins. You're always going to hear me say that. Even the favorite ones like Caspa, too damn many coins, man. It hinders things. It makes things slow, move like molasses, and it's not the best choice. I don't know why developers keep wanting to do that so much. We should do billions and billions of coins because there's not enough coins. I'd like to know if you took every single coin, just by the denomination of it, how many gagillions of coins are there out there that's saturated in this market that has a potential of taking energy away from another one? Total supply is 13 billion. Way too many in my personal opinion, but hey, I say that about a lot of things. All-time high was $1.33. Now that's kind of impressive. And all-time, and that was 3 years ago, and she's down 99% right now. 99%. Casper Network is sitting at what? Is it 0.007? Less than a penny? And it was up to 133. Well, they make some gains. Casper, also known as Casper Blockchain, it's layer 1, so it's got some value just by that. Now, I think this one's a Chinese narrative coin. You would think that it would be moving right now. They can still access this stuff in China. They can definitely buy it and hold it. It's not illegal for them to do that. Operates with proof-of-stake consensus mechanism designed to accelerate the adoption and integration of blockchain technology into global business process. So we're looking into global business rather than anything that any kind of retail people, normal people, bulk of people would get into. I don't know. It could be pros and cons either ways there. Casper is distinguished by its flexibility and security, allowing it to updating of smart contracts to adapt to the changing needs of businesses and developers. Okay. With its focus on tokenization, asset digitization, and the promotion of new financial standards, Kaspa positions itself as a crucial solution in the realm of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. It serves as a value unit. Kaspa operates with its utility token, Kaspa serving both as a value unit and an integral part of the POS consensus validation and reward process. So payments, governance, service interaction, unlimited issuance. Like Ethereum, Kaspa's issuance is unlimited, tailored to network leads. So there you go. Now, no one's saying anything bad about it. It's a layer 1, and I think it can do some stuff, but it has been kind of a letdown. And we just got to say here on the weekly, man, we just don't have a confirmed bottom just yet. We can guess, we can hope, we can kind of try to use some voodoo to figure it out and everything, but she went deep. Ooh, yeah. This one, you would really want to wait for some signs. Let's see. Let's get our moving averages up there. I forgot that they were not there. I would want to, the first signs I would want to see is for it to start to recover the 9 moving average. And I definitely want it to hold it good on the daily. It's held it before, and it's a good sign, but still she ended up losing it. So it doesn't mean you're totally out of the woods, but that's the first sign to look for, and she's not quite there yet. 4 hour could also be, now the 4 hours got it right now. So if you're playing this short term, I mean, it's looking bullish, like it can recover some ground. So I would say Kaspa, if you just draw your fibs there and mark out your distribution level here, and it does look like she could come all the way up. This is more hopeful than not, more than likely. What are you testing? The 618 area right here, about 0.001 cent, about 1 penny right there. So it looks to me like what Kaspa is trying to do is try to form a bottom here, but it may not. It could roll over and then go further down, and that would suck. But if she is trying to form a bottom here, I would be looking for it to retest this area up here. And from where we are now, it's 40 to 54% gains, and that could be a trade setup. You could definitely do that. Again, it needs to get above that 9 moving average on the daily to have any hope of any continued motion to the upside. That coming in at 0.008 cents right there. A little bit of a risky play, but hey man, this is, some people like the bottom. I like the bottoms. That's something I might look into if I didn't already have like too dang many coins going on and popping off right now as it is, because this is where you can make some gains. But that 618 is coming in right here, right underneath the support. So it looks like it's just going to definitely do a retest of that area before it decides what it's going to do. So basically, I would think it would come up and then can't draw a straight line to save my life. I think it can come up and then maybe it'll W, or I don't know. We can see what it does from there, but it should at least start going up to about a penny area. Have a rogue kitty cat over here making some noise. Let's take a look at you guys got grass? Hey man. Hey Bobby. Bobby? You got any of that there grass? So I've not ever been involved with this one, but this one is a deep end project. And let's find a better chart here. Who's had you the longest? Well, I believe this is the deep end project, right? Pretty sure that it is. Pretty strong chart. I mean, she should be able to pull back now, but that was pretty impressive. It was around, on this chart, down around 40 cents and got up to $1.12. I believe that's the one where you can use you can farm out your internet or whatever, your connectivity. Yay, let's blind everybody's eyes again, Sean. I think that's it. Yeah, this is it, right? It's at 98 cents right now. What is it? $238 million market cap, 1 billion coins there. All-time high was $1.10. All-time low, really? All-time low was a day ago, was 65. Did it just now get listed some places or something? Interesting. It's available quite a few places. The grass token, that's kind of cool because I thought it was trading at not very much, but it looks like through its history. We don't have a good history on it, do we? So I think that's one that you can mine on your own computers and stuff, or at least it used to be. Just kind of interesting. Looks like she's going to get a little bit of a pullback right now. Let's check out SWE. She can't figure out what she wants to do. Are you bullish or are you bearish? Because I've still been looking for her to pull back to around 140 or something. So the deal with SWE, we're looking at this trend line here. We're coming up for a retest, a possible bearish retest. So the deal is either she will break back into this pattern or she will get rejected here and start coming down. And there could be a lower low, but looking like she's going to make a higher low, really. So she'll probably respect this trend line here. And just chart. I'm not sure if she's going to make it down to $1.40 anytime soon or not. Seeing what we got here. But I do see her coming down. And probably back to 180, just kind of ranging out here a little bit, established underground. Not a bad place if you're wanting to try to add some of this. Maybe DCA would be your best approach with SWE. Adding to your bags on this as she kind of figures out her value in the market right now. Let's take a look at Aptos. We gotta zoom out more on this one, don't I? Nice inverted head and shoulders reversal pattern there at the bottom. Neckline's coming up really close to our little magical fib area there. Broke out of that. Looks like we're trying to break back. Is this $10 here? Looks like we're trying to clear this level and start moving up to, and I think we can move through that. I think it might be able to get to about $13 pretty quick, actually. There's not much down over here, and it might even be able to come up. Let's see, over here. Getting past about $11. After we clear $11, it may be some pretty quick selling up here to these higher targets. That'd be interesting. Aptos. See that we're in just a channel and playing off that channel. It's bouncing on the bottoms to the tops until that one day that we don't. Just tighten her up there. And that kind of leans its idea to the next target being about $12. Gareth, how's it going, man? Says Moon Boy's winning today. Rising Sun says Moon River 4 hours, some rip money there. Is she finally moving? Man, that one played me. Oh, she's still around $9, $10. She got high. She got about $40 on a really good run, but you know, if you don't not taking all your profits there, I took some, but I left some, and then she just gradually turned into nothing. Looks like she's trying to get a start there. See if she can clear these areas, kind of in a little range. So we got this area about 14.4, and that looks really sweet to me. I think that's worth keeping up there. DJing coin over COINEX. Looked like she might do a Bart Simpson butt crack, but now it looks like, So it looked like she might start losing stuff and come back down and start doing this little roundy thing at the bottom. That wouldn't be good, but now it looks like she's actually respecting this trend line. If I can get it drawn out, and that could be fun. From there, I'll be looking for this channel idea and see if we got any idea that respects that. Do you respect it? Take it up there, and we got little touches over here on the wicks. We'll see how this plays, but it suggests that, yeah, this target up here is getting a little bit more into the picture now. Now it's within the range, right? 0.013. Ryzen says, yes, put the voodoo on it. Very nice, TA. The gentleman produces. Yeah, yeah. Moon River breakout on the weekly. Did I miss something? It's above the 9 on the weekly. That's a plus. So if you're looking at this, man, this is, yeah, at this point in the game, this is great, especially on a weekly. You will get your best trade setups. In my personal opinion, your best trade setups are going to come from the bigger time frame. So looking at the weekly, kind of narrow them down to the weekly, to the daily. It kind of helps you zoom in and see things. And when you see things at the bottom, like an 886 Fibonacci from swing low to swing high there, or 786, one of those two, but especially from the 886, that means, man, they took a deep retracement. But of those bottom areas, and they're holding, and then it's starting to look like it's getting above that 9 moving average, you got something that's getting ready to pop. And that's what we got going on here. 886 retracement. And you got a 9 moving average that price has regained. So actually, technically, for the last few weeks, she's been pretty good and been bouncing around from how long? $8 on up to $11. So she's been in a pretty nice little profitable range of about 20, 28, 25, 30% range. And now it's time for her, since we know this is a bottom area, and that was her fib. We go from swing high to swing low. Get out our little accumulation zone. So we're still pretty much smack dab in the middle of that little buy zone. The buy zone goes all the way up to $14. But if we make this for a longer term play, oh, this area right over here, just looking to the left, and look, even looking at the cloud's in about $23.80 right through there. Probably be an area that's going to be a little hard to get past, and might get a lot of chop there, but that's impressive. We're at $10 now, going to 14 or going to 20 or 24. Not bad. And this was in January, so that's what it did early in the year, and then it lost it. Even in March, it only made a comeback onto the $31, which is not bad, but still, she ranged sideways a lot there. So I'm curious how well altcoins will do, you know, where they're going to break these all-time highs that we've had this year. I mean, it's easy to underestimate the altcoins too, because those last 3 months of the market get kind of crazy. I mean, stupid crazy, like, oh my God, I can't believe you just did another 2x or something like that, extra or something crazy. So it's kind of hard to, but it doesn't look like they'll do as much, but they can do a lot more than you expect them to. but you will find a lot of times they don't do as much as you thought that they were going to. So it's a little balance there, finding the good strong coins. I recommend trying to chart them against Bitcoin and kind of narrow down. I'm trying to narrow down my selections to ones that have a good history of being strong against Bitcoin, and try not to get caught up on the weaker ones. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's a very slow process for me to do that. Hey, there's Joe from Trade Intuition. How's it going? Check out Dojilan on KuCoin. Here on the weekly. Why am I on the weekly? You know DGens don't look at the weekly chart. That's true. Daily looks interesting. We're above the moving averages are looking promising. Just getting some. Ooh. Those are going to be a little bit of a difficulty up here. You got to persuade these guys different. It looks like this is going to be an interesting area. I don't see us getting. What is that? We're at 1551 right now. I don't see it being too easy to get past the 2400 area. I think we can shoot up there real quick, and that's probably kind of cool because that would be like 40-50%. But I think we're going to start getting a lot of resistance right through here. This is moving averages. We got 800. I'm on the daily. 800, 600. 300, 200, 1. They are all backwards. Now it's time for them to start flipping, and I think that's what it's trying to do. But to actually get them to where we can actually blast off from this zone right here above 2734, that's going to take a little doing, in my personal opinion. She came back for a double bottom. Now it looks like she has no problems at some point just mooning up there, and she's got a double bottom situation there. So we got to put this one 4211 as a target. It just might take her a minute to get there, and it may not last very long. So in a situation like this, I think every one of these fib areas make great targets. And what kind of move is that from here to get up there? 133% at 3062. That's a 98%. That's kind of how I would play it over here with eating Dojilan. This was our high back in high of this year. So if she hadn't done anything higher than that this year, chances are that we don't want to put our hopes too high in the short term on it. But if you're saving some of this for later on in the run, I don't know if she'll get back up to these high numbers or not, but I would be looking for at least get halfway, or I'd pull the fib and go at least at 618 as a general target on those. Ryzen says, miss the KuCoin days. I do too. I like that exchange pretty well. I felt like I got the shaft when I had to close down my spot margin positions, and you had to take losses and move things and find out, oh crap, I can't move this unless I want to pay a big ass Ethereum gas fee. Leave these here, move this, get this off. It's just a pain in the ass, and that was one thing that set me back. And those are the unexpected things that you don't see when you have to get off an exchange, usually because of bullshit government regulations that don't mean shit. I'm sorry, I'm just venting right there. I'm sure there was a good use for it, but it's not so cool when, you know, we're willing to deal with any country in the world, but you guys suck. So, I mean, that's basically what it is. All right, so I want to take a look at a coin called Kango. It's a meme coin over on CoinEx. It's a Casper meme coin, which those have not been doing. I mean, they've been okay. This one looks better than some of the other ones right now. And it looks like it might be actually trying to do something. So it looks like this one got listed on the 26th of October, so 3 days ago. And she might be getting a little bit of a breakout to the upside. Let's see if we can get some targets on this one since we don't have anything else to go by. Oh my gosh. Can we just erase that line, please? All right, nice 618 pullback right there. Seems crazy until that one day. I'm actually expecting this guy right here, 0.00001697 or 17 area, 1713. In that area, we're sitting at 1077 now, so that's a nice little come up. Is that about 60% or something? Yeah, about 62%. This is also equivalent to an AB equals CD move. We can also take that. That gives us a little bit of a higher target, this 1.1411 area. 0.0000001826-ish area. Notice when I pull me measured moves, if I'm doing an AB equals CD. Now, depending on who you watch on YouTube, you'll see some different things. And there are some people who say, look, we'll just take this measured move from this falling channel. Or this, well, they would probably call it a flag. From this bull flag to the upside. Now, one thing that Thomas Bukowski does that goes along with this, with the bull flag, he does take it down to the bottom of the bottom of the touches there, the bottom trend line, instead of the breakout, just for the flags. Now the pennants, the ones that go kind of triangle, he will take that and put that at the breakout. I thought that was noticeable different. I didn't used to pay that much attention to it, and I started doing it more his way, and I was like, oh man, that works out a lot better, because the measure moves are. But when you look at it to what's really going on, you've also got an AP equals CD move, and that's based on a Fibonacci strategy. What we're doing is taking our measure move and applying it to the Fibonacci area that we held, and make sure we get it tight. Very nice. Tighten up my lines and everything so we can get a nice move. Nice accurate move. It's a measured move, so I just want to measure it and leave it alone. And I see some people, they put one wherever and then they just stretch it wherever they want it to go. And I'm like, why did you even take a measured move, man? That kind of defeats the purpose. Put it right here on the Fibonacci, and there it goes to the 1414, and that's why I've got the little cheat code up here. It saves me the problems from having to take measured moves. And then we can label that little guy. Let's pull you down here. And there we go. AB equals CD at 1929. Gertha Gala is still in life support too, and I think it will stay that way. There's too much competition in these altcoins and in all these sectors, and most of them are hype narrative. The games, I mean, honestly, the games suck. They do. Maybe they'll get better over time. I applaud their initiative and everything, but things are hyped up a lot more than what their actual value is, in my personal opinion. That's just the truth. The quicker you realize that in altcoins, the better you'll play this market. And they'll hype it up. That's what moves the market. That's what makes you rich, is all that hype behind it. And people overvaluing these coins, they bubble up. They just do every 4 years, and we take advantage of it. The biggest thing that I'm doing, and I recommend other people think about doing also, is on this strategy is, you know, you that sucks. You can't draw worth of crap. So your typical market cycles is you still can't draw worth of crap. I can't draw worth of crap with this mouse. Your typical market cycles are just, markup, distribution, mark down, accumulation, markup, distribution, mark down, accumulation, markup. It is a cycle that repeats. You lost your train of thought. That's too many megabytes for you to keep in your memory. Oh, crap. Squirrel. I did. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something really profound, and then I lost it. I'm like, man, gosh darn it, you suck, Road Dog. It'll come back to me when I'm least expecting it. What was it doing? What were we talking about? Oh, well. I had a glass of wine before the strain, and now I'm feeling it. I'm loose. All right, King, this is Kango. Is it going to do anything? Or are we going to hit these targets? Or the other meme coins with Caspa? They've been kind of a little bit of a disappointment. What was the, I've still got some of them. I played them. They've been disappointing lately, though. So is Caspa. Take a look at Caspa. While I wait for my train of thought to come back. Tap me on the shoulder here. Caspa, you suck. Why do you suck so much, Caspa? I hope we got some divergence going on here. Let's zoom out to a daily chart. Caspa is flirting. Well, let me say this. Let's clear this whole thing out. Look at Caspa. Look at, let's turn off our moving averages and everything. Look at Caspa. This is on Caspa daily. Now let's take a look at Bonk. Now Caspa is a layer 1 proof of work mineable coin. Been the favorite for a while. Bonk is a Solana meme coin, but look at the chart. If I take it away from over here, can you see some resemblance there? How she leveled out here and then she went up and she made these 3 big spikes up there. She was doing kind of a channel thing, and then when it looked like maybe we're going to lose it again, she bounced off of it, retested it, and then came up a little bit, and then ended up losing it afterward. But it was a shallow loss, not coming down lower than this low over here. So if we were to fib this one out, let's see. We'd be going from this low to that high to kind of get our areas, and 886 and 786 retracement from after a high peak. Let's come over here to Caspa now, and you know there's kind of a resemblance there. So are we going to double bottom here, or catch a? Are we going to catch this bottom, or are we going to fall? Caspa looking kind of rough. They've been running it to the ground, taking their profits there on the KRC20 coins, right? And touches, 3 touches. There was a touch down here even after all this. And then we lost that little sucker. We have officially lost this guy. Now, it doesn't mean we can't break back in, but that's our channel there. I mean, theoretically, technically, I mean, there's a measured move for losing that. And I mean, could you imagine going back to 1.5 cent Caspa? I don't think it's going to happen, but I mean, theoretically, we got that right there. We could just go halfway, but could be retesting these areas on here at 5 cents if this stuff doesn't hold. But on Bonk, it didn't come down past this guy right here, and it looked very similar. So that's at 10 cents. Are we coming down there? I'm sure that we are. It just sucks that Caspa has to go through all this stuff right now. It looks so promising. And when the the KRC20 memes and all that, when that news actually came out, I think this is when this happened in August, and then boom, it was done after that. So Caspa's in a shaky place to figure out what's going on, and that's what everybody's feeling about it, kind of having some doubts, second thoughts about it as she keeps going lower, not showing any strength, and that's kind of a bad thing. And if this 0.5 area doesn't hold, that's where we are right now at 11. I'm at 8.7. I'm looking for that right now. And I don't like that. That puts my position in a bad place. We try a few other tricks here with Casper to kind of figure out what she might be doing. That's respected. Really nice right there, that angle. So we'll find her sister angle, and man, you're tricky to find there. It's the closest thing I can get right here. And she flirting with you technically as you breaking it. How are you respected over here? Yeah. I don't want to go there. That wouldn't be pretty. Keeping our eye on Caspa. Turn our moving averages on and get some information from them. I'm not seeing anything beneficial right now. Here I am, 4 hour. And now we just got the flipping in right here. 600 moving average crossing over the 800. Now they've all went bearish. So that we can be starting to find a bottom as these kind of fan out. But man, she's going to be coming down. The only positive thing scenario I can see is even if we come down or just hang out here, we come back and get above that trend line. But I'm not seeing the possibility of that quite happening just quite yet anytime soon. Here on the daily, you got the death cross, 50 crossing the 200 moving average. Let's see, 600, 300, 200. Those are okay so far. I'm trying to see how she can not come down to 10 cents, but I'm having trouble seeing that. Anyway, there were some meme coins that were just listed recently, and they had a lot of excitement, and then they had a big sell-off because the Casper whales are selling off. Nacho was one of those. Let's see how it's doing now. Is it worth looking at now? Can we add it to our bag now? Nacho. Noisy chart. Right here was the short selling area, the resistance area that's going to be hard for her to get past, and man, she didn't get past there. You even lost that. You established this new trend line and then you lost it, man. I'm a little skeptical on these guys right now, but let's go to a bigger time frame. Trying to see if there's any signs that they're I don't see a sign that she's really catching her ground just yet. Looks like we're testing out these bottoms right here. So you could read that as a double, trying to make a double bottom of a 786 Fibonacci. This may be, but man, I'm telling you, when you look at the trend lines and the major ones that we just broke, they're going to be resistance up here. So I think these memes are going to have a, I don't know if they're going to be the hottest meme coins, but they still might be good to kind of accumulate in these low levels just for when they do start going up. Because it was kind of fun when they were playing. I mean, if you're a degen or whatever, I mean, it looks like you can get at least 50, 100% X. And for a meme coin, that's not very much. But she's trying to level out and find her value. But they will be added to other exchanges. So that would be the thing to look for if you're playing the Caspa memes. What was the other one? Conan, I think. Conan, I think, fell off the wall. That was a disappointment. Heard about a lot of people making money in Conan. They made it selling over here, which is, I mean, what would you do if you had them to? But man, they were relentless. That community better rile up behind this coin. It's not found its bottom yet, in my personal opinion. It sucks, man. I still got some of that. Do I need to just like don't sell the road? I can't sell the bottoms. That's just that's against my rules now. Selling right here. Cancel now. Go for faster horses. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm like, you're selling the bottom, dude. That's a loser move. Why sell the bottom? If you're here, let's let it ride. Ride it to zero. You bought it. So that's what's going on in my head. I got about $132 of this right now at where we are. Because I've added a little bit here and there, and I've tried to finagle it as much as I have, but I think I am down in it. But for it to come back to some of these other areas could be another 50 to 100% gain. So if you are in it, I don't know if I would necessarily give up on it just yet. I would watch it and then maybe look at trying to find an area to add into after we start regaining these 9 moving averages for one thing. Nacho, Conan. Well, our hour is in right there. Grass is an interesting play. Yeah, we looked at that earlier there. It's been doing good. Seems like it was a lot less than $1 or even 60 cents before. Seems like it was around, was it 13 cents back in the day? I can't remember. So if I'm remembering correctly, that's a pretty good come up for that. And then for a deep end play like that, that's pretty good. Trey says, my Matic won't do anything. I know Matic's been sucking. And at the end of last cycle, you know, this was one of the hottest ones to accumulate, man. I'm going to accumulate Matic during the bear market, man. How'd that work out for you? That's why my tactics on these meme coins have changed, man. My tactics on these meme coins have changed on that idea of accumulating during the bear. I think Bitcoin is what you need to accumulate during the bear market, and then as you get the narrative, and it seems like you get 2 chances to get these altcoins at juicy bottom. So I would wait for the second one. Why is Matic not coming up here? Matic, come here. There you are, Matic. Well, that's interesting. Leveled out and got a little V shape there, bottom. On the 1 hour. Oh yeah, you look pitiful here on the daily, don't you? Lower and lower and lower and lower. She's been here before, but it was back in June 22. We are back. We done a complete. Oh, look at that though. Yeah, it just tested. We got the big ass double bottom, the cycle double bottom right here. Hopefully this is the bottom for Matic. That was its low back in 2022. And from there it went to 274 with a spike up, but mostly kind of hung around, I don't know, a little bit $1 or something. I think we got a chance. I think we got a chance of this holding. That should be a nice strong area. Not got any good confirmations here just yet, or everything is flipped, and now it's time at a level of support that it should start trying to come around. Looks like she wants to curve around a little bit. I'm for that. I think this area can hold. If it doesn't hold, I'll be going, it might be time to get out of my Matic. So sell the bottoms. No, can't sell the bottom. What do you got? Oh, Snapdragon, look. Oh, I like that. Trend line. I think we got a bottom here. Market Cypher says, oh, and that's confirmed there too. That looks good, actually. Let's come to the weekly. What does the weekly look like? What did the weekly MACD look like for Matic? She phasing out. She's undecided, but she's crossed. Maybe. She might go sideways here before she really takes off here. Matic may surprise us over the next couple. Oh, looky here on the 4 hour. 4 hours got some signs I like. It's got a big, thick Ichimoku cloud that's suggesting, hey man, 35 cents is on the way. We're at 33 right now, and it regained the 9, crossed the 21. Prices above both of those. And I know that the moving averages have all flipped bearish here, but they've already fanned out. And once they kind of fan out and prices find support at an area, they're trying to make a comeback. I think she's trying to make a comeback here. Nice. I kind of like this. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream tonight. Take one more last look here at Bitcoin. We're just kind of hanging out sideways, not really doing much. They'll probably try to pull something tonight early in the morning, and I don't know, number go down, number go up, pull back or whatever. You could see this on the smaller time frames as we're trying to flag out, if you will. I don't ever trust these things very much. It's already broken my signal line right there. So I think we can get a pullback back to 71,000. Maybe it's back to 70,000. But overall, that's a healthy pullback. And then we'll just, keep trying to work on that higher high and break that 73,888 dollar area that we got up there. That needs to be what we need to do. I think we're just kind of resting up to try to take one more run for that. How much higher it goes from there, I don't know. I've got a target 78. I don't know that it'll be met. It may just wick up there and then come back. It is tomorrow is Tuesday, and they will make their moves and then lead us into the weekend, and we'll see if they're going to be bullish or bearish on Friday. I would say after this, it might be a bearish play on Friday. Who knows? We'll have to see how they play out. And they start playing their weekend games, and we just cycle this ad nauseum, week after week after week on this. But it's great overall. Numbers going up. Altcoins are going up slowly, but Bitcoin's still in the show. And if you're 50% or more in Bitcoin in your wallet, you're kind of saying, hell yeah, things are looking good today. And if you're all in altcoins with no Bitcoin, you're going, well, it's doing something. Yay. Some of them look good. So there we go. Guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back again tomorrow night. Appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. Trade wisely. Go make that money.
Come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog.
That little kitty was loud tonight, wasn't he?
Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Fade out of the ground, you ain't no one. You was star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you?